Hey everybody, Ben here from the Bonehead podcast, and welcome to Blood Bowl 7's Wood Elves. So we are going through all the teams in Blood Bowl 2020, from the core rulebook, from the Teams of Legend PDF from Games Workshop, and the NAF expanded teams as well, that's Slann and Khorne. And we're looking at some of our favourite Blood Bowl 7's rosters for each of those teams. So Blood Bowl 7's is a quick play Blood Bowl format. Smaller pitch, smaller time, smaller teams. I love it. It's probably my favourite way to play Blood Bowl. If you want to know more, check out the intro video we've got for Blood Bowl 7's, or go and watch one of the 2 full seasons worth of stuff we've got on it in 7 Super Series as well. 2016 rules, so it's going to be slightly different, but you are absolutely going to get a taste of why 7's is such a great way to play Blood Bowl. Wood Elves, man. So we ran Wood Elves in Season 1 of 7 Super Series, and they were fun. Okay, we didn't go with the roster you would expect. We tried to mix it up a bit, and it got interesting for the Wood Elves. They are tier 1, but in 7's you only get 600k to buy a team. You can have up to 4 positionals. Everybody else has to be a lineman. So a very kind of glass cannon team like Wood Elves, they can do a load of stuff, but they don't get to bring everything they want. So these rosters are going to be exciting, because Wood Elves, you got to fight for your wins. But you've got some seriously good tools to do that fighting with. So, strengths, war dancers, they're just amazing. Okay, movement 8, block, dodge, and leap. Now, leap has got nerfed, so that's not going to be quite as good in this edition. Most of the time, that's going to be a 3+ leap now, rather than a 2+ leap, because you should be kind of getting out of dodge most of the time. You do also have dodge with the Wood Elf, so most of the time you should be able to dodge away on that cheeky 2+ and then go for a 3+ leap somewhere else if you really have to. Probably not going to be doing that. End of the day though, it does give you an opportunity to take a 4-die risky leap in somewhere and punch somebody, and you've got blodge, so you might pull it off. And the other strength of the Wood Elves is just the fact that they can pull off elven nonsense. Yes, I know passing got worse. Most of the world now passes on a 4+. But not their thrower. Their thrower passes on a 2+, and it's got pass, and everybody is move 7 or 8 and agility 2+. You just need 1 Wood Elf lineman. That's all. Movement 7. That's 9 squares. Okay, that's, well, it's a guaranteed 2-turn touchdown. Okay, 13 squares to the end zone, 14 squares of movement, and you're probably going to have to do a 2+ dodge. 2+ dodge. Doesn't seem that bad, does it? So weaknesses for the Wood Elves, though, is they are expensive. So war dancers are 125k. The throwers are like $1 million as well. Really pricey team. You can only take 4 positionals in 7's anyway, but good luck trying to afford 4 positionals in a 600k build. Wood Elves struggle at 1 million, let alone 600. Low armor. Everybody's got armor. What is it? 8+ now? Yeah, armor 8+. You're going to lose Wood Elves. Now, the great thing about 7's is there's no line of slaughter, so you don't have to sacrifice 3 linemen to nuffle every single drive. But it does mean that if your opponent's got some Mighty Blow or some Frenzy or some Block, they are going to have a real good crack at taking out some of your players. And that leaves them very vulnerable to a jolly good kicking as well. So if guard fouling happens, your Wood Elf team is going to struggle. And the third point is that they are expensive, because they really are expensive. So let's run straight into the primo build for Wood Elves. It's the Double Dancer 600. There's a race side watch. So 2 war dancers, 5 line elves, and I made it sound like there was going to be something else, but there isn't, and you don't need it. Okay, so this is all in on the war dancers. You've got 2 of them. That's 2 of the best players in the game. Block, dodge are 2 really valuable skills. Movement 8 is essentially a very valuable skill, because this gives them a potential reach of 10 squares. Okay, the way 7's plays out is you've got a 6 square no man's land in the middle. The ball lands there, you move up cage. Your war dancer is then probably already within just one cheeky score, 1 cheeky move. And that's fantastic. The other thing is, I know that leap is not as good as it used to be, but it gives them an extra option. An option they shouldn't need, because with movement 8 and dodge edge 2+, they should be able to come out and come back in to basically wherever they want to go. War Dancers are mighty, and they're backed up with 5 Line Elves, and these Line Elves being movement 7 edge 2+ is just fantastic. your tier 1 here, so you're going to get 1 or 2 skills tops, and none of them are going to be doubles. But you've already got everything on the war dancers you could really want. Okay, you can go for strip ball, you can go for tackle, you can go for sidestep, but it's just making those players even better. The downside of this roster is you've got no access to pass on a normal, so you've got no rerolls. So skills-wise, kick is going to do you massive, massive favours because you can stack heavy on the line, kick it short, and hope for a decent bounce, which is just going to mean that your elf team is right there on top of the ball, and that is going to be huge, especially when you've got those war dancers that can be so explosive. Next up, we've got the WTC mix build. So this is essentially what's left of the roster that we took from 7 Super Series. The price of these players has gone up ever so slightly, so now you can't afford what you used to be able to. So the old roster was 1 dancer, 1 thrower, 2 catchers. That has had to be nerfed ever so slightly because these players went up in cost. 590 is going to give you 1 war dancer, 1 thrower, 1 catcher, and 4 line elves. So essentially you drop 1 dancer to have a movement 7 passing 2+ player and a movement 8 dodge player. So the downside here is that the catcher is strength 2. Okay, so it does mean it's vulnerable, but it means it is a significant drop from a war dancer. Losing block and 1 point of strength is huge, but what you do get with this roster is, like I said, the potential for a 2+ pass, sorry, 2++ pass, because you get that reroll with pass. But realistically, guys, we're focusing on the fact that that thrower can become a leader caddy for your team. That gives you the reroll. That means if you've got to take that 4+ leap to pop the ball out, you're going to make it 75% of the time now. It gives you that extra opportunity, and the catches still gives you another movement 8 stretch piece. This basically gives you 3 good players rather than 2. It's a really tough trade-off though, okay, and it's down to you to decide whether you want to drop a dancer and get a reroll. That is essentially what you're doing, but you're making the best of it by having somebody that can do a quick pass on a 2+, and having that other movement 8 dodge piece means you do start off with some stuff. Leader on the thrower, block on the catcher is going to mean you've got that 1 reroll, and you still got 2 blodgers. It's just one of them strength 2 now. Or you can go for max fun, or max pass as we've been at. 575 will give you 1 thrower, 3 catchers, and 3 line elves. So you get the leader reroll on that thrower, and you've got 3 catchers. So that's 3 movement 8 dodging edge 2+ players now. The strength here is bad. You've got no combat anywhere. You've got some skills, probably only 2. Leader's going to have to be one of them for that sweet reroll, and block is going to be another one. So you end up with 1 blodger at strength 2 and 2 dodgers at strength 2. But a ton of movement and a ton of agility. The War Dancer build is pretty mid-range. It can brawl, it can bash, and it can dash to a certain extent. This max pass is all dash. This is the spread offense. You've got 3 wide receivers. They go deep. Your thrower then moves 7 squares and probably 3+ with a reroll the ball to the catcher. Okay, maybe 2+. This is, if you want to go for a shootout with the Wood Elf build, this is where you go. This is absolutely suboptimal compared to one of the other 2 rosters. But you will have a good time, and it is quite fun to air the ball out every now and again. And if you want to throw around with your Wood Elf team, this is the way to do it. And we have to look at the meme build here. So you can get a reroll, but it's going to cost you everything, and I mean everything. So all linemen, 1 reroll, 590. Okay, you pay 490 for 7 line elves. You've got that reroll. You can do it, and it's going to give you 2 skills, so you can end up with 2 block elves or 2 dodge elves, and you are still going to be able to pull out 2 to 3 wins out of 5 because of the fact that they are elves. So intrinsically you get the advantage of having that reroll, but you do lose so many skills. Looking at the other rosters, you've got dodge, 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 you've got a bit of block. You know, you lose all of that with this roster, but it can be done. So in 7 Super Series, we went with the thrower, catcher, war dancer combo. Now you've had to drop that second catcher, it makes it way less inviting. We thought actually you've got a bit of each of the different types of player. You've got 2 catchers instead of 1 extra war dancer. You know, more movement, more dodge, could be really cool. I don't recommend that anymore. I think now we've lost that other catcher for the build. Yeah, a movement 7 edge 2+ lineman is not bad, because it's not bad. But it's not a movement 8 dodger though, and skills are so key in 7s. This is going to be probably the strongest build you can piece together for 7s. Okay, you've got War Dancers, they already start with block. You have the potential here to spend your 2 tier 1 skills, probably, on making a couple of blocking line elves, or dodging line elves, or kick. Kick is going to be sweet in this format, and it really is great for wood elves as well, because you can drop that ball close to you, and if they fumble the pickup, or they don't cage around the ball and that bops out, it's going to be really easy for you to just walk in, grab the ball, dodge out, hand it off to somebody else, and go for a bit of a run. Okay, there's huge potential here, and all you've got to do is find a way to get it back to a War Dancer, and that War Dancer is going to fly to the end zone. This is a powerful roster, but the price increases have actually toned it down ever so slightly, and the passing nerf has toned it down ever so slightly. This is now not an auto win roster. You are going to have a great time brawling with this. This is going to be a solid challenge for your opponent. This is not like when you lay down and you just go, I cannot win this. You can win this. Removal is going to be key to take out this roster, but this roster has got so much explosive potential and just brawl ability for an elf team. This is going to be really strong in the format, but it is not going to be an auto win, and that's what I love about 7s, and that's what I'm loving about Blood Bowl 2020. This is strong, but it is not automatic, and that is perfect. Anyway guys, going to wrap it up here. Please let me know what you think of Wood Elves in 7s, whether you think they are still the toppest of tiers or not. And I'll be back again soon with more Blood Bowl content. Thanks very much for watching. Happy blocking. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the show even further, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Or come and join us in our Patreon, link below, where you get early access to our content and monthly competitions. See you later.